Hello everyone, welcome back to some more cards action. And before we get started, you might be hearing things, you might not be. So I am running laundry, specifically my dryer in the background. But I did a test and it didn't seem like it was picking it up on the mic. But if you do hear any banging or something like that, it's probably me. Dryer's going to town on those clothes. But anyways, I wanted to play a little bit of Japair, so we're going to be playing 5 rounds, as is tradition. We're going to see how well the deck performs. I know there is a patch coming up with some cards that are going to be changed, so I'll need to kind of go over that a little bit more carefully and see if any of those changes are significant enough to warrant changes to the deck or whatnot. But with that being said, let's start off our first round here. I think this is a respectable hand here. Let's keep it. There's an argument to play the Signal Regiment in case he's playing Careless Talk. No, take a chance on Romance. Next turn we can, excuse me, drop another Cavalry Regiment and play our Signal as well. Okay. And get in there for 2. I'm assuming we're playing some sort of discard deck, seeing as their first play was Narado. But I'm sure we'll find out shortly. Next turn we can special delivery, which will automatically give us a Betty and allow us to draw 2 cards, because it seems like we may need to keep our hands as full as possible in this matchup. That's a 3/6. That is scary. That's really good. Alright, I am gonna do that. Special delivery here. Okay, fair enough. Let's draw one here. Got a pretty respectable hand here. Yep. Let's go ahead and eat that. And I think we do this because the next turn, if he plays the -1, -2, it's going to eat both of our Betties here. I'd rather not have that happen. If he makes us discard, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 cards technically that we're okay discarding here. Yeah, there goes one Betty. Interesting. What could he possibly have? Sure. Let's pump these both up. If we discard one of the supply chains, are okay. So right now it's 50-50. When we draw, it's going to be a little bit less, assuming we draw something that we don't want to discard. But I do want to get something big and powerful up in the front line. Our Betty in the back and start doing damage here. Okay. Let's see what we discard here. Perfect. Let's go ahead and eat that. Oh, draw denial isn't gonna save them here, but they are gonna start getting to the higher end credit curve, which can potentially be a problem for us. And Shiden's nice for some quick burst damage. 11, we got 12 damage here. Yep. Fair enough. Let's see, does this get eaten? It does not. Let's just draw. I think we're going to draw once, and I think we want to play our infantry regiment here. See if we can get some value there. Look at that. Look at that beautiful value. 1 damage. And it makes a flamethrower sound. Not sure how that works out. But we're just trying to be as safe as possible as it relates to what we put on board. We'll keep in hand. We do want to apply pressure, but we're trying to do it in a, you know, in a somewhat concentrated effort here. Type 94, that's an interesting one to get off of the Nate tier. Fair enough. Sure, let's get this in. And draw. Sure, let's draw. Pass the turn here. So we do get taken out pretty extensively with the -1, -2, but I think we are at the point where we've got to understand that that's going to do some work against us regardless of what we play here. Let's see if he found it with the Panzer. If he hasn't, looks like he has found it with the Panzer then. Yep. Let's see if he makes that trade. He does. Okay. Let's go ahead and drop these two. Pass the turn. The Shiden gives us 8 damage, 8 burst damage, so we've got lethal with Desperate Measures, and the Shiden, assuming they don't do any healing here. That's fine. That's fine as well. Let's go ahead and chop that out, and sure, let's do Desperate Measures because now our C6N is also lethal. Our Shiden's lethal, lots of options here. Pass the turn here. I'm keeping these in hand because I want to potentially make it more difficult for them to discard a Shiden. But I'd be hard pressed to see how they can come back out of this one. Even a Leopold doesn't do very much. Yep. We're just going to go ahead and eat them. All right. Starting off with a W. Played it slow, but played it well enough that we got there. All right. See you for round number 2. Welcome back for round number 2. We are 1-0 so far. Playing another German deck here. Wow, this is a very strong. Oh my lord. Yeah, we're just gonna get Betty out there. Pass the turn. It's a decent one. especially if they're playing some sort of discard deck, allowing us to draw extra cards. Never gonna deny, or never gonna argue with that. No plays. Makes me a little worried that this is going to get killed. It does not. Ugh. We would have liked to draw on that, but that's the luck of the draw when it comes to playing this deck. It's a little bit more RNG than usual, because you've got you know, discard mechanics that discard at random, and then you also have a 34th infantry. But if you don't like RNG and you're playing card games in general, got some bad news to tell you. You might rather be more interested in games like From the Breach. There's very little RNG with that game, and it's also very good. Highly recommend it if you've never played it and like strategy games. Our opponent is the thinking man. Oh, there he goes. Does he have a way of killing this? Okay, it does not. I guess we'll pass. It's kind of awkward. Oh, I would have really liked that as well. I'm assuming he's going to trade in here. Otherwise our betting might not be long for this world. Next turn I think we're dropping a Matsui Regiment and then discarding the Betty. And I think I'm going to play the Matsui Regiment on the right side of this Betty, because I believe this one will come in to the right of the regiment and he'll be able to protect both. And that is my hope, at least. He must have a very awkward hand, or everything that he can possibly play gets eaten by the Betty. I can't think of any other reason why he would be in a situation where he's making these really awkward plays. And the fact that he's playing Combined Arms makes me feel like he's the put down a tank deck, buff it up very early, kill your opponent, and then with the double striking and whatnot. Actually no, because he's playing US in Germany. Not exactly sure. I still think our opponent's playing some sort of tank deck, but maybe not the deck that I'm thinking of. Well, you have no idea. But he's at 14 here. And we've got some pretty good strong heads in our, some good cards in our hand. We also got quite a scary board there. Yeah, he must have some really awkward plays in hand, because he's taking quite a bit of time. No plays, all right. Well, I'm just gonna get in there and pass the turn. Next turn we have lethal unless he answers the two Bettys, because we can attack him twice and deal the last two with the desperate measures here. But this might end up being a non-game, to be honest. Okay. Let's see what he does here. Oof. Alright, well that's pretty much game. 1, 2, 3. And another W for us. Alright. That was a super awkward game there. That's luck of the draw sometimes. We will see you back for round number 3. Welcome back. We are on round number 4 here. Sorry, round number 3. Looking at my notes there, and I chicken scratch, so hard to see. Special delivery into Betty is pretty nice, so I think we want to get rid of one of the Nates. Maybe both of them, because we'll just play Betty in turn 2. Yep. Turn 1, turn 2. Seems good. Door on door. Let's see what they got for us here. That's a good one. I don't think I want to move our regiment up, because then he can kill our Betty by taking control of him with confusion. I love that card, as you can gauge from the sound of my voice. So let's just keep them back, and also they can't trade. Yep. Unfortunate. Let's see what we get with our experimental flight here. Shitting is nice, not gonna lie. Let's go ahead and draw. And I think same situation, we want to kind of protect ourselves from, well, then he can just kill one of our infantry regiment with confusion, but I think that's fine. Let's just pass the turn here. Ooh, those are two good ones. But I'm sad to see they're no longer with us. Yep. Pass the turn here. I want to get a decent sized board so we can naval supply if possible. But he's got answers to all my things, it seems. Yeah, there's another one. Pass the turn here. When both of these survive, I think I'm just going to naval supply them. Yep. Yep. See what we discard here. We got 1, 2, 3 good options. Well, 4 actually. 4 good options to discard. Alright. That's one of the better ones. I think we're just going to get in there, draw a card, move them up to the front here. So winter, what is it? Winter assault, the one that does 4 damage to everything, hurts us quite a bit. Yep. Okay. When this unit dealt damage, your HQ gets equal amount of defense. 6. Let's see what we get with this. That's a spicy one. Let's do that. Hopefully not draw. That's fine. We can play this shit in next turn. And deal 4 there. Yeah, some way of destroying all of our... Yep. Yep. That's another way of doing it. Attack for 2. And finish him off there. Alright, seems like our opponents can't deal with the Japair, it seems. And I think we're drawing pretty well. Look at that, Field Marshal with the deck. Always nice to see. Alright guys, see you for the 4th round. We're 3-0 so far. Welcome back. Hopefully we're able to continue our winning streak. We're 3-0. Do I want to get rid of the... Let's get rid of the PDR. I'll keep the Rain Brigade and the Experimental Flight because it's really nice if we draw Betty. Supply chain's fine too. Let's see if they make a play. If they don't, I assume they're on ramp, and so I'm going to play cavalry turn 1. Yeah. It's also another good one, but let's get the early aggression here while we can. Next turn we'll play the 34th. Experimental flight of supply chain. No turn 2 play either. All right. No scare. Let's see. Does this stick? It does. Let's get our value here. Kika's a nice one. And Dina said we're sad to have that part ways with us, but I think that's okay. All right, so they are a ramp deck. They're just a very slow ramp deck. It's funny, I think I actually want to do this. Next turn we might just naval supply here. Yep, we're definitely going to naval supply here. We still eat it with a carpet bomb, but at least we did quite a bit of damage here. I feel like a carpet bomb would have been just an automatic. Okay. I'm not sure why I was thinking about it. It just seems so good. Oof. They're at 12, but they are a ramp deck and they're going to start playing big boys, so I don't know if we've got what we need to get in there. Jasko's going to be really annoying. We can Divine Wind it. See if they got another carpet bombing here. They could also have Stars and Stripes. Yeah, that works too. A 30% chance that it gets rid of one of the Kikas, which I want had to happen. Sure. Or sorry, one of the Bettys, yep. 1 damage. Boom. I attack with both of these. If they both survive and attack with both, they're going to get pumped up. This also triggers it. The Kika triggers the Rule the Skies on its own. Alright, our opponent has a million options. This turn and next turn. It's a little rough. I don't think we can chance it, so let's just swing in for 1 here. 50-50. Are we in a bad enough situation where we have to make that trade? Live by the RNG, die by the RNG. Oh my god, we got there. Luck always beats skill. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. I still get blown up by a lot of mass removal. Probably still has 1 more carpet bombing in his hand. Maybe strategic and possibly Stars and Stripes. Alright. Alright, he's... Yeah, that's a good one. That's... Smokescreen's a good one. Let's pass the turn here. This is kind of awkward because Jasko's doing work here. Alright, she doesn't get the destruction effect because it's 1 damage will get negated by Jasko. Also, Ginga won't do that 1 damage to the HQ because of the Jasko. Oh my lord. See what this gets us. Yeah. Sure, let's play this and see what happens here. There's a argument to play this, move this into the front line, but with our opponent being at yep. Wow. That's awkward. Just pass the turn here. Super awkward. I'm not exactly sure how we can do the last 13 damage here. He also know he's got quite a bit of HQ healing. He's already gained, what is that, 7? Yeah. Yep. There's another 2. Sure, let's see what this does. We can now take out the Grenadier guards with our Kika here. Alright, I think that's pretty much a wrap at this point. Oh my lord. It's 10. Yeah, let's just do this. See what we could possibly do here. These guys actually trade. And then 7. Yeah, I think we pretty much are boned at this point. Or a little we will let our opponent have their fun here. See if we can possibly draw anything, and no. Do some of that. There's no way we win, right? Oh no, this is in the front line. Alright, GG. We got our first L there. Yeah. They had a number there. Alright, see you for the 5th and final round with Japair. Alright, welcome back for the 5th and final round here. We are 3-1. Let's see if we can make it a nice 4-1 ending. Keep these 3, that probably draws us. Alright, we're we're gonna experimental flight turn 1, it looks like. And drop the signal regiment a little bit later on, and hopefully get some value. That last game that we lost, we definitely should have thought about saving this for the Jasco. I think it would have made quite a bit of a difference. It's a powerful play. Let's drop this instead. Yeah. Two flyer for 1 with 0 operation costs. That seems really spicy. Yep. I think we actually just we won't overdraw if we go in, but we will the turn after. Yeah, let's just play this. Yep, we're gonna play the... Actually, we are not gonna do that. We're gonna do this. Get rid of the Betty. Blow up both of these. Pass the turn. That was a very nice draw for us. Allows us to now be on the offensive here. So complete 180, I think, in terms of board presence here. I was going to kill it. We're going to get our first trigger off the signal regiment. Sure. Pass the turn here. We've got a nice fighter blocking the Ryusei, which we will eat next turn if he allows us to. But I'm feeling pretty good. We've only got 4 cards in hand. And we're pretty even. Okay. It's a juicy one. Pass the turn here, 4 cards again, and we're even on health, except I've got double the amount of cards in hand that he does. Yep. I think we'll play the naval supply run next turn. Oh, okay. Let's see if he decides to eat this. This is representing 4 triggers of the signal regiment if they all die. It's unfortunate. 2 cards in hand. Let's see if he's trying to make this a race here. All right. Let's see what we... Let's just do this and do this, because we'd like to get rid of one of the supply chains if we can. Pass the turn here. Opponent has 2 cards in hand and 2 3/3s. This is actually a little bit closer than I expected. We've got 3 cards that we don't mind discarding to the supply run next turn. I'd like to keep the 2nd Raiding Brigade in hand if possible. I don't think the Kawanishi is going to do anything for us, so we're okay there. Yep. Sure, that works. Let's do this because it's going to get a +1/+1. Pass the turn. 2/8 bomber is pretty big. 2 cards in our opponent's hand. But we're looking pretty good. Yep. We cannot kill. But we can get very close to it. Sure, let's draw one here. I think we just passed the turn. Yeah, let's just pass the turn here. No need to play the rest. The cavalry regiment, the Betty. We're showing lethal a whole bunch of ways. Yep, that's fine. You're expecting something like that. Alright, let's drop a Ginka here. Opponent's at 4. We have a 4 bomber. If we deal 3, we can finish him off with a Ginka. Lots of options here. Yep. Awesome. Alright, so 4-1. A deck performed really well. And it's super fun. Japair is always a blast to play. Alright guys, hope you guys enjoyed, and catch you on the next one. Take care.